Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
This is it. You're 18. Mike is 59. Mike is 26. Tighten up.
Now with first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Lamar Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On second down, it's Miller. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike, we're set. 18. Target.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A first down carry now for Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, 31. Alert.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down now, it's Miller. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Watson. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Space to maneuver at the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Carr to throw. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league at various spots before calling it a career. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On second down, it's Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Set. 18. Alert. Here we go. Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards.
I'll tell you what, partner, let me go nostalgic here for a moment. You just don't see fullbacks use as weapons like we're seeing right now. Just think about 20 years ago. You had guys like Mike Allstott, Tom Rathman, Moose Johnston in Dallas. Now, it's almost something you never see. Throwing it to the fullback and letting him make a big play.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On second down now, it's Miller. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. On 1st down, Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Miller. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Carr, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Mike, where's the set? 19. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check. Lucky.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
He wasn't ready.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Watson. Flush to his right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Again, it's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now Watson on third down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On first down, Watson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Watson. And a big one. loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr will find his running back. It's Jalen Richard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now, 180. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Miller. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 23-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 9, Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
And a loose football, and the Texans scoop it. And he's got some space here. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Miller, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flushed out right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possession.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 23 yards on the play. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Carr now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go, T. It's going to be 54. It's going to be a long day.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Miller, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Miller. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the gun, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Showing it.
Throwing now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's letting this one go for wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw his car. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this